Tree Country 1330 WTRE. Welcome to the 2025 Decatur County 4-H Fair. Today is officially opening day.
That's right. I'm Joshua Marsh alongside Emily Versman, and welcome to Season 3 of Live at 5, this year presented by the Greensburg Power of the Past.
We're very excited to be back. We have a lot of great guests lined up tonight and every night after. We'll be here each evening at 5 o'clock to bring you all of the happenings throughout the day, and so many guests that we just get to learn a lot from.
That's right. We've been doing this, as I said, this is the third year. We've talked to nonprofits, we've talked to community leaders, we've talked to fair board members. Lures Rides usually is a guest of ours once or twice, so we hope to catch up with them this year as well. And we always learn something new about the fair and the people that help make it happen.
That's right. We want to remind you this year is a construction year, so we have to get through that 1 year, that interim. And once that's done, we'll have a beautiful new building in the end of it. So there's a little less room out here on the fairgrounds this year. Yeah,
and I think that's important. You know, it's progress. Progress is messy, takes a little bit of time. Short pain, long time gain, much needed space. The projects have moved around a little bit. Parking, access to the front of the fairgrounds a little obstructed, but they've got some boards set up that shows you what the project looks like. They've got the footers in. It's all fenced off. Stay out of there, please. Keep everybody safe. And, you know, they're well underway with it, which is a great sign to see. Steel's on the ground. Building's going to be going up.
It's great to see progress as we have progressed throughout today. It's been a busy day here on the fairgrounds. We've had the goat show take place already, as well as the poultry show just wrapping up. Lures is getting ready to open. They're going to open at 6 o'clock tonight, and tonight is one of those nights that you want to ride rides.
That's right. So today was the last day for pre-sale tickets, but then tonight is 1 ticket per ride night. So
that is your value night.
That's the best. They actually even call it Thrifty Thursday.
They do. So we could ride the boat several times with 1 sheet of tickets.
Well, I unfortunately did not acquire any tickets. So
don't worry. We'll get you covered.
Well, I hope not. But if you want to come out, it's all 1 ticket ride night, which is great. It's a great way to open the fair. You know, there's a lot of excitement about the opening day. Get out here, look at the projects as they're fresh and new, and then also have some dinner, grab some food. Looks like the rain's going to hold off today, which is great.
And I think tomorrow after that could be a little iffy. So Randy Allis told me just pay attention on Sunday.
Yeah,
watch the radar is what his words were. So
we're very fortunate. We've got a great emergency management staff. We have a new EMA director. We had our first EMA meeting today with him and talked to the team. And of course, we have the volunteer fire that's represented out here, and all of our teams that behind the scenes, they keep an eye on that really closely for this event and year-round. So we'll look at it on Sunday. Unfortunately, Sunday afternoon is parade day.
That is right. So we're going to hope for the best and hope that it all turns out well. We are going to continue throughout the evening here with Live at 5 coming up as our first guest. We'll have Sheriff Bill Myros. We will take a quick break. We do want to say a big thanks to Decatur County REMC, Schutte Excavating, Stones Farm Supply, Cobia Solar,
the Overmeyer Agri Group, Napoleon State Bank, Decatur County Recycling, Dave O'Mara, Acre Automotive, and PowerStream Fiber.
This is Live at 5, brought to you from the Greensburg Power of the Past, live from the Vinyl Solutions stage. We'll be back in 2 minutes with Sheriff Bill Myros.
Make this the summer event at Acre Automotive. For a limited time, most new vehicles are eligible for employee pricing for everyone. No strings attached. That's right, pay what the employees pay. Stop in today and talk to our friendly sales team at 1407 North Lincoln Street in Greensburg, or give Acre Automotive a call at 812-663-8822.
Looking for lightning fast internet with local service you can trust? PowerStream Fiber, energized by Decatur County REMC, delivers world-class speed with hometown reliability. Built right here, backed by the co-op you already count on. Powered for the future. From your front porch to the far corners of the web, PowerStream Fiber. Local roots, global reach. Visit PowerStreamFiber.com and share your interest today.
Do you believe in economic growth right here in Decatur County? Do you support the Cobia Solar Project and the millions in benefits it can bring? Do you believe in protecting property rights and creating new opportunities for our community? Then make your voice heard.
Farming is very important, just like 4-H and like most things that are worth doing. It takes a lot of hard work. That is why Obermeyer Agri Group takes such deep pride in making our farmers' jobs easier with our design, build, grain storage solutions. We can customize items in our fabrication shop, provide top-of-the-line field installation, and ensure responsive service calls with knowledgeable advice when you do your own maintenance or repairs. We've been in business since 1982 and are dedicated to deliver exceptional results with budget-friendly pricings. So put us to test this summer. We'll be happy to answer any questions you have about designing a grain handling system. Just like in 4-H, hard work and perseverance pay off with dedication to getting a job well done. Call us at 812-663-4020, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and see if we can assist you with your grain handling needs.
Good evening and welcome back to Live at 5 from the Decatur County 4-H Fairgrounds. It is opening day of the Decatur County Fair. And Emily, we have our first guest.
We do. We're joined this evening with Sheriff Bill Myros. Good evening, Sheriff.
Good afternoon. I'm happy to be here.
It's our first night opening day of the Decatur County Fair. Typical weather is here.
It wouldn't be Fair Week if it wasn't hot, humid, with a chance of thunderstorms.
We've succeeded. Check, check, check.
Check, check, check.
That's right. Well, we brought you on tonight just to talk about some of the safety here across the fairgrounds. You guys have a really good presence throughout the Decatur County Fair.
Yeah, we do. The first thing I remind people is you're walking into the fairgrounds, watch out for vehicle traffic. We want to be safe about that. And then also when you get here, if you got toddlers with you, we're suggesting taking pictures of them in case you get separated. We've got lots of first responders out here tonight, between fire, EMS, police. So if you get separated from your toddlers, have a picture so we can get a definitive clothing description so we can be looking for that toddler. And also I would suggest having a rally point. Have some place where your whole family is familiar with. If you get separated, we can all meet there. So that's a couple suggestions.
All right. The overall goal end point is safety here at the fairgrounds.
Absolutely.
And so there's a lot of people. It gets really busy.
It is. And again, I want to stress, we have lots of first responders out here. If you have a medical emergency, whatever the case may be, there's help there. Don't be hesitant to call.
I think it's really great. You guys are able to have a booth out here at the fairgrounds. It did have to change locations just for the year.
It's a good area we're in.
And where did you move to?
We're on the east side of the commercial building, on the outside. So please stop by and visit with us. We've got one of our crisis intervention team members will be here every night, kind of explain what they're doing if you have any questions. So again, we're wanting to get them introduced to the community and let them know exactly what we're doing and how we're helping the community in mental health aspect.
That's obviously something that's been brought up a lot over the last 6 months with the Lilly Endowment money helping fund it. You've been really spearheading that along with Mike Eggleston. How is that program really working? And then when you're out here talking to folks, what are you hoping the connection is for now and for the future?
Well, again, one piece of that is we're trying to keep people from coming back to jail or to jail to begin with. If they're having a mental health crisis versus a criminal crisis, prior to this, we didn't really have any resources. We took them to jail because we had no other option. Now we have options, and Mike Eggleston and his crew have developed relationships with facilities where we can get people into mental health facilities and get them help. They really started on board 1st of February, and they're around 150 calls for service already. So a lot of people know what we're doing, what we're trying to do. They're calling, but they're making an impact already. And again, we're saving people from coming to jail and getting people mental health help that they need.
Is that a service that is only provided through a 911 call, or if somebody wants to maybe work with the team or think they need the team or resources, how would they go about?
Either way, they can call 911. They can call the direct line to the police department or the sheriff's department, and we'd be more than happy to meet up with them and start the process.
I think that's something really important to denote about it. It's not necessarily an emergency service. It can be a preventative or I need help service. It doesn't have to be a crisis in the moment.
That's absolutely correct, yeah. If you still feel something coming on, it doesn't have to be a 911 call, but if we can get something headed off before it starts, absolutely.
I think, too, just getting the mindset changed, not only in the community, but also seeing that mindset changed with officers and how they approach people has been such a refreshing and rewarding change here in Decatur County.
And part of this program is, some people are intimidated by police in their uniforms. Our CIT team is not in a typical police uniform. They're dressed down from that a little bit, so it's a little less intimidating. So we hope that the folks will be able to communicate easier with them.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here with us. Again, if you are bringing a child out onto the fair, even your teenager, if you're dropping them off, take that picture.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think the important part you mentioned is what are they wearing? It's not just about their face, but what color's the shirt, pants.
Clothing description. Because, again, if you get separated, again, we've got a lot of first responders who can react to that. We can share that picture and start looking for that toddler, child, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks so much for kicking Live at 5 off tonight with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. We'll be back here in 2 minutes live from the Decatur County Fairgrounds with the Power of the Past presents Live at 5.
Big news from the Napoleon State Bank. Your debit card just got an upgrade.
Wait, what?
Yep, now you can add your Napoleon State Bank debit card to Apple Pay, Google Wallet, Samsung Pay, and Garmin Pay now.
Tap it, pay it, done. No more digging through your wallet. Just a simple, secure, and speedy way to pay. Upgrade your wallet today. Add your Napoleon State Bank debit card to Apple Pay, Google Wallet, Samsung Pay, and Garmin Pay now. The Napoleon State Bank. No wallet, no problem. Locally owned since 1903. Member FDIC.
Recycling takes less than a minute. The planet thanks you forever. Visit Decatur County Recycling for items that you can recycle here in Decatur County. Visit us at DecaturCountyRecycling.com. Visit us at DecaturCountyRecycling.com and follow us on Facebook. Contact the office at 812-663-0960.
Greensburg Power of the Past, presenting sponsor of Live at 5 on WTRE at the Decatur County Fair. Mark your calendars for this year's Greensburg Power of the Past show, August 13th through the 17th.
At Decatur County REMC, we are more than just an electric provider. We're a member-owned cooperative built on trust, transparency, and integrity. We believe in keeping energy reliable and affordable while upholding the cooperative principles that put our members first. From fair rates to open communication, we're committed to serving you because at Decatur County REMC, you're not just a customer, you're an owner.
Decatur County REMC, powering our community.
Tree Country 1330 WTRE. Welcome back to the Decatur County Fairgrounds. It is the first night of the Decatur County Fair. It's kicked off. It's busy. We're able to kind of see the traffic flow of people walking through, and it's starting to pick up.
It is. It's a beautiful evening out here in the Home and Garden Building. That's where we're at. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can see our guest. You can see, you and I've got these awesome polos.
And that's right.
We've got a new backdrop. We've really moved into season 3. If you're listening on AM 1330 or 104.3 FM, we're glad that you're joining us, and welcome to the fair.
That's right. We're glad to have you. Glad to bring it to you at home if you're not able to be here, but come on over if you are here and visit with us in the building. We've got more guests here to come in just a little while. We kind of wanted to go through today's events. We talked a little bit about the goat show as well as the poultry show, and I was down in the barns earlier, and it's just nice. You walk in and you can feel the excitement in the kids. They're ready to show. They've worked hard all summer to get to this point, and what a showing of 4-H kids. So great sight to see down in the barns.
Yeah, and your nephew was showing today, so you had a family connection, but it's also good to see all the generations, grandparents with the grandkids, parents and kids, and probably some great grandparents down there as well, talking about years past, successes, lessons learned, and then, of course, you come up here to the buildings where all the projects are. A lot of folks always talk about livestock, but there's tons of other activities.
There's so many different projects you can take, and we've really talked about that with the 4-H extension, is that you don't have to have an animal to be in 4-H, that there's anything from gift wrapping and sewing to Legos these days, so there is truly something for everyone. Open Class today had a new contest. They had the brownie baking contest.
There you go.
And I do know that the winners are back there. They were just put on display just a little while ago, but they had over 20 entries, and it took them almost 3 hours to judge those brownies.
Well, look at that. And then the 4-H'er of the day, which is something new that you're
Yes.
doing on the WTRE page, was awarded to
Chloe Kramer.
And I was told she had 18 entries.
That was what we heard, 18 entries. I know she was showing goats today as well. She had a really good day in the goat show world. But, yeah, she does several projects, both 4-H and Open Class. I know I had seen a picture, and she had several flowers that she had chosen to put in the Open Class. So it's good to see a kid who's just really involved, really excited to be a 4-H'er. I know her family works closely with her, and her older brother was also a 10-year 4-H member. So, yes, our 4-H'er of the day, Chloe Kramer. We'll have, obviously, somebody new every day, and we'll be able to talk a little bit about them.
I think it's always great when we talk about 4-Hers of the day and 4-H members is, there's a lot of time and talent and treasure put into these passion projects, skills, honing skills. Tonight, I think there's the public speaking contest and the crowning of the royalty. So again, just a whole nother layer of folks that are getting excited about tonight. The room here is filling up with some folks, I think, waiting for us to get off stage.
To be done, to wrap it up, right? I thought they were all here for us.
Well, we could say they are.
That's right. That's all in our mind, right? Once again, tonight in the grandstand, it will be the ATV drag that's sponsored by Best Excavating. They've done some tiling work over the last few months to kind of get the horse arena in better shape as well as the grandstand. So hoping that the rain will hold off altogether. That would be best case scenario, but if not, a little bit easier to dry out the track. So we are excited about seeing how that is going to come. And it looks like we've got a guest. We've got Miss Decatur County making her way up to us. So we'll let her get her crown up here and get in position.
That's right. And so before we forget, and I want to be sure we finish up the grandstands, while she has a seat and joins us here tonight, you can come to the ATV drags. They start at 7. The gates are already open. And, of course, pit pass is $20, grandstands $10, and 5 and under free. So that's tonight's activity. And we have our next guest.
We do. We've got Miss Decatur County, Addie Gauk.
Hello.
Hello. So first official day, but first official day of the fair. So how has it been for you?
It's been a lot of fun. Definitely tiring, but it's been good. Shows all day, goat show today and the poultry show today. So I spent a lot of time in both those barns, handing out ribbons, congratulating everyone. So it's been a lot of fun so far.
You were an active 4-H member. Anything that you learned new today that you weren't aware of before?
I've never really done anything with goats before, so I learned a lot about goats, a lot of breeds of goats, but my brother did poultry, so I knew stuff about poultry, but other than that, not really.
So as you've stepped into this role as Miss Decatur County, so far, you've got a long way to go. You're only a couple weeks into this, but what's been the most exciting part for you?
Definitely getting to experience the community in a different way. Like being such a big role model, I see a lot more people looking at me, so it's definitely interesting to see kids come up to me and say hi and all those things. So that's been really fun so far.
Well, Addie and I ran into Addie for the first time at the 4th of July parade, but then we were chatting at the Overpass Patriots, and she was like I was like, okay, are you ready? She's like, oh, I've been doing 4-H forever. I'll be at the fair every day. I was like, this is going to get exhausting. So we're off and running. You had the shows today. There's grandstand events, tickets. Are you a big ride fan?
Not recently, but I'm tempted to go this year. So.
Okay.
We don't recommend riding the same ride multiple times. We did that. Not a good idea.
Which ride?
We did the boat. Once was great. Twice was okay. 3.
Yeah. While we were trying to do a video spot.
Oh,
but
no.
You won't necessarily have that problem. But what's your favorite ride out here?
Oh, that's a hard one. I really like the hang gliders and the Pharaoh boat. Those are my 2 favorites. So I used to ride the UFO one a lot when I was a kid. I can't do it anymore.
A little much, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I can't do it.
Have you had any good fair food yet while being out on the grounds?
I have not. Well, actually, I have. I had a Hillbilly Corners sherbet earlier today, so that was pretty good. But that's all I've gotten to so far. I've been busy.
Nice and refreshing. I did hear rumor you're going to be in the dunk tank for New Directions coming up.
7 p.m. tonight.
Oh,
yep.
that's tonight.
I'll be there, yep.
Are you going to wear your crown?
No.
Okay. It's gorgeous, by the way.
Thank you.
I know I saw it that night, but it's just shining today.
Yes, I really love it. It fits my head great, and I can bobby pin it in so it doesn't move, so it's good.
Now, do you have your family calling you the queen?
Yeah, my family's here, yep.
Yep, they're here today. Very good. It takes everybody to make this work, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%, yes.
So tell us a little bit. We kind of skipped over this part. Why don't you introduce yourself to everyone? What are you studying? Where did you go to high school? All the things.
Yeah, of course. So I'm Addie Gauk. I went to North Decatur High School. I graduated in 2024, and I'm currently at Purdue University studying agriculture systems management, which a lot of people ask what that is, and it's kind of a little bit of everything agriculture. It's hydraulics, motors, engines, data, a little bit of everything. So I'm kind of just exploring and seeing what I want to do in the future.
And how does, obviously North Decatur has a great FFA program. You were in 4-H. How does all of that help you in your studies at Purdue?
Yeah, so being involved in high school with FFA and then doing 4-H for all 10 years, it really got me out of my comfort zone and it got me willing to try some things at Purdue. So I'm on the Ag Week task force at Purdue. We put on a week-long program to teach the whole campus about agriculture. Then I'm also in a program called Rising Professionals. So we bring in rising professionals that have graduated from Purdue in the last 10 years, and we kind of take them back around campus, and we have host groups, and we kind of just spend the weekends kind of introducing them to everyone and giving the kids at Purdue an opportunity to hear from them.
What's that transition like going to Purdue from North Decatur?
Yeah. Honestly, it wasn't too bad for me. I've always been comfortable with like bigger places, bigger spaces. So moving from a smaller high school, well, I guess I moved from middle school. I moved from St. Mary's with a class of like 20-some to a class of like 60-some at North. And then now I'm at a university with 40,000 kids. So it's definitely a lot different, but it's been comfortable for me. I know a lot of people struggle, but it's never been a problem for me.
All right, tell us who else is on your court with you this year?
Yeah, so my first runner-up is Morgan Rutherford. She goes to South Decatur. She just graduated, and she's about to be a freshman at Hanover College cheering, so that'll be really exciting for her. And then my second runner-up is Cecilia Barber. She just graduated from North Decatur this past year, and she's going to Marian University. And she's double majoring in some type of medical. I don't know for sure, in Spanish, so it's pretty interesting.
I have said this since the pageant. The girls, the lineup that you guys presented that night, the education and the interest in different things, outstanding this year.
Yes, no, I was so impressed with everyone this year. It's just amazing. Like I think any girl could have won, and it would have been amazing for the community. And I'm really excited about this upcoming year with my court. They're both great people, and I'm just really excited to get to know them more, even though I've been pretty good friends with them for a while.
All right, what do you look forward to as you went to the rest of Fair Week?
Everything. Shows, food, people, everything. I'm so excited.
Very good.
So one other thing real quick. I know a lot of folks, and I was asking you about this the other day, talk about the process for the state fair, because now you're a contestant for that. How does that process work?
So we haven't really talked about it yet because we're kind of like fair, but some people that I'm really close with have been involved in the state fair already, so they're kind of giving me a few pointers. But the contest is in January, so it's a 3-day contest. I know we do interviews and a speech and a few other things, so I'll definitely be getting prepared for that after the fair's over, but right now my focus is fair.
Fair. Well, in sight, right?
Yes, definitely.
All right. Well, Addie, thank you so much for being with us today. Stop in any time this week in the 5 o'clock hour.
I will. Thank you so much.
We'll catch up with you. All right, and we are going to switch out real quick. We have actually got our 4-H'er of the day here today. So Miss Chloe Kramer is going to come on up. Chloe was showing goats here just a little while ago, but looks like she's gotten all switched over and fancy for the rest of the evening. But Chloe was named our 4-H'er of the day today. Hi, Chloe. We've got a microphone right there for you. Well, congratulations on 4-H'er of the day.
Thank you.
So we were telling Mayor Marsh how you are in a ton of projects.
Yes.
So give us the lineup. What did you do this year?
Oh, so I did 18 building projects. I did all the crops that we have, so wheat, hay, corn, and I also did a lot of craft projects, so diamond art, latch hook, all sorts of those things. And today was just our goat show day, so today's just jam-packed with goat show to royalty crowning. And I showed 6 goats, 8 between me and my cousin. And we came away today with 2 grand champions and 1 reserve grand. And along with all that, I did over 20 open class projects as well.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
She makes me tired just hearing it all.
Right, that's a lot to just tackle.
Yes.
Do you have, obviously the livestock takes a lot of time, everything else is time intense as well.
Yes.
How many hours do you think you put in leading up to the fair to get ready for that?
So it's definitely a lot because like right now we're kind of chill, just enjoy Fair Week now that the goat show's over. But starting next week after fair, we're going to be right into getting everything for next year.
How did you get involved in 4-H initially? And you're very involved with it.
Yeah, so I have a older brother as well as I had older cousins. So I kind of grew up around 4-H. I did mini 4-H. I was involved from a very young age. In my first year, I just kind of did like 2 or 3. And then one year I went from 2 to 15. And then I just kind of make it a little game to add more every year.
All right. Chloe, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, where you go to school.
So my name's Chloe Kramer. I am 14 years old. I will be a freshman this next school year, and I go to school at North Decatur.
All right. Well, we hope that you have the best fair week ever. It sounds like it's off to a good start.
I've got one really important question.
Okay.
So how many years do you have left to be a 10-year 4-H member?
So this was my 6th year, so I have 4 more
to
years.
go. Okay. And if we're already doing 20 plus now, what's it going to be your senior year? What's the goal? Like 100?
Hopefully.
Okay.
I wish.
Everybody, the gauntlet has been thrown.
My dad probably wouldn't like that very much. He's already stressed out enough about my 18. He's like, are you sure you want to do that many? I'm like, I'm sure.
And you completed them all, so he can't fuss, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell him it's 100.
I think we can do this. By the 10th year, 100 projects.
Right.
Chloe is an ultimate crafter, too. Chloe's a good crafter. Are you still in the bracelet making business?
Yes, definitely.
Do you have them for sale this year? You sold them, I think, last year.
I don't have them at the fair this year because I think I had over 80 on my display for my project.
Okay.
But I have a craft show coming up in a couple weeks that I plan to sell at.
All right. Chloe, you're an amazing young lady.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations on being the WTRE 4-H'er of the day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back here on WTRE with Live at 5.
Schutte Excavating in Greensburg is looking for rough carpenters, concrete finishers. Qualifications include 3 or more years experience in commercial and civil construction, solid job references, hardworking, and reliable. Schutte Excavating has been steadily growing and feels confident that they have one of the best compensation packages around. Visit SchutteExcavating.com and click on the job posting you're interested in applying for under Employment tab. There's also an option to download their application and submit to contact@SchutteExcavating.com. Be a part of the Schutte Excavating team.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like the Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S., Z-Series mowers, and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available, or save up to $4,000. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit Stone's Farm Service at 921 East Main in Greensburg or call them at 812-663-3787.
When it comes to getting the job done right, Southeastern Indiana turns to one name, Dave O'Mara Contractor, Inc. From asphalt paving to heavy highway construction, earthwork, underground utilities, concrete, and even water and waste treatment facilities, they do it all. Need mechanical systems? Check out Cook Mechanical, Inc., part of the Dave O'Mara family, bonded, insured, and pre-qualified with NDOT, KDOT, and the Indiana Department of Public Works. Dave O'Mara is the one name you can trust. Call 812-346-4135 today. Dave O'Mara Contractor, Inc., built on experience, driven by excellence.
At Decatur County REMC, we are more than just an electric provider. We're a member-owned cooperative built on trust, transparency, and integrity. We believe in keeping energy reliable and affordable while upholding the cooperative principles that put our members first. From fair rates to open communication, we're committed to serving you because at Decatur County REMC, you're not just a customer, you're an owner.
Decatur County REMC, powering our community.
Good evening and welcome back to the Live at 5 from the Vinyl Solutions stage. This year it's presented by the Greensburg Power of the Past, and we have our first guest about another festival for the fall, which is the big one, the Fall Festival, Tree City Fall Festival. Robin Meyer, Mark Carmen's here. We have a ton going on. We've got bands, we've got the parade. It's a whole weekend of festivities and fun. So whichever one wants to take off first, tell us what's happening at the Fall Festival this year. Third weekend in September.
Third weekend in September. That's the 19th and the 20th. So that's Saturday and Sunday. I'm sorry, Friday and Saturday. Wow, jumping ahead. So that's when we're going to kick it off. We're going to kick it off Friday evening. The first thing we do at the festival is our Little Miss pageant. And that's always a good draw. A lot of folks come out for that. The pageant is actually the week before at the high school, and anybody can come and watch the pageant. There's 3 different pageants, 3 different age groups. So that's always a big draw. We'll announce the winners right at about 6 o'clock on Friday night when we get started. That usually takes 45 minutes or so. And then we move right into our entertainment for the evening. We've got a couple of bands coming. I'll let Mark talk to you about that because he's kind of our expert when it comes to entertainment.
Okay, good evening, folks. Cody Eichard from the Bedford area. It's Cody Eichard and the Sidewinders is going to be our opening act on Friday night. They're going to play 6:45-ish to approaching 8 o'clock. Then they will make way for Boys in the Band Alabama Tribute. This Alabama tribute comes from Fort Payne, Alabama. They have actually had Randy Owen, Jeff Cook, and Teddy Gentry on stage with them playing. It was right before Jeff had passed away. They brought him out on stage, put a guitar in his hand. It was very moving. If you ever get a chance to see the video, check that out. That's our headliner on Friday night. And do you want to talk about Saturday morning?
Well, I'm going to back up just a little bit because we got a lot more going on Friday than just the bands and the pageant. We start setting up about 6 in the morning Friday. We allow the vendors to start setting up. Last year we had almost, I think, 115 different vendors. We have food vendors, crafts, arts. We have local authors. We just have so many different things going on. We actually had to turn a few away last year. We just ran out of space. So we're going to try to reconfigure that this year to get a few more vendors in there because it has become so popular. And we'll start actually setting up on Thursday evening. So it does take quite a bit of time to get set up. So Saturday morning, the Caleb Brown Memorial 5K run kind of kicks off Saturday morning. That's a good draw. I think this is the 5th year for that, maybe 5th year maybe. So yep, Special Olympics is the beneficiary of that. And not long after that's over, we'll do our annual parade. The parade is getting bigger and bigger every year. I think we had about 70 entries last year. So we're looking forward to the parade this year. That's one of my favorite events. So I like to be up on stage and announcing it. We get to see all the different floats and entries, and we're hoping for a few more this year. And then after that, we'll do a gymnastics exhibition. And we just started that a couple of years ago, and that became really big. We had a little bit of a lull there for a while Saturday afternoon, but now that we've got that in there, that fills up some space, and man, it packs the downtown area.
I think that's something a lot of people don't realize before we get into Saturday night's entertainment, is it's an all-day event. Starts early in the morning, gets off with the 5K. We've got the parade, which stretches the entire length of Broadway. And then you've got those activities in the afternoon, and then the events, again, Saturday evening.
That's right. There's also a pancake fry. Bart, do you remember what time the pancake fry starts?
That starts at
7 o'clock. The Presbyterian Church does a pancake fry, so that's a good way
it's
to get
a great
it started.
breakfast.
That's a
yes.
great breakfast. That's
We've
right.
been. Go
That's
every
right.
year.
Yeah. And we have other events going on. We've got some other events we're still trying to line up, but we've had a dog show in the past. We've got a car show again this year. That'll be at the Gill and Howe Funeral Home parking lot. That's at 9 o'clock is when that'll start. So it's always neat to go see the good old cars there. So we just got something going on all the time. And Saturday, we've got some extra things that we're working on. We'll fill you in more on that later. We're keeping our website posted, keeping it current. We're also keeping our Facebook current, so that's a great place to go look at all the current happenings.
So Saturday afternoon, right after the cheerleader competition, there is a Rush County Orchestra going to come in and play for about 45 minutes to an hour. This is something new we've never done before. There's a few people from Decatur County that are going to be playing some horns, playing some strings, playing some Glenn Miller type music on Saturday afternoon. So we're hoping to keep people downtown, keep them involved in what's going on downtown, and come on in and spend a bunch of money and make the vendors happy, make the downtown merchants happy. We're looking forward to a big crowd. But as we move on into Saturday night, we have the Renegades that are from the southeastern Indiana area, Sunman, St. Leon. I'm sure a lot of listeners probably know who Biggin is. He's the lead singer of the Renegades, and these guys are just absolutely wonderful. They'll open up at about 6 o'clock on Saturday evening. Then at about 8:30, a Hoosier favorite, Small Town, a tribute to John Mellencamp, is going to be on stage at about 8:30. They're going to close us out at about 10:30. So all your favorite John Mellencamp songs be getting played. Be a good evening.
You guys have worked really hard to build this festival back up into something that is a really big event for our community. It takes a lot of work, and it's all year long.
It does. It takes a lot of work. There's probably 22 of us on the committee. We've got an executive committee, of course, but we've also got about 8 different committees that we have chairpersons for, and everybody's working, especially now. We had a meeting last night, and it was a chaotic meeting because everything's starting to come together. We've only got a couple of meetings before we're ready to go, but we appreciate all of the volunteers that we have that come and help us out. We had a new person join us last night, and she was pretty excited, said she's enjoying the dynamics that we had in that one meeting last night. Mark and I are thinking it's kind of chaotic, but it's fun. It's a lot of people getting together, do a lot of work for a long time. We meet year round.
So it's hard to believe, but we're actually about out of time. So how can folks sponsor? Because I know it's a big community event. Everybody on the committee volunteers. Nobody's taking a paycheck. The money raised goes into the event. How can folks get a hold of you to help volunteer and donate?
Very good. You can volunteer or donate by going to our website, treecityfallfestival.com. You can go to our Facebook page. There's information on sponsorships there. Mary Lou Davis and myself are chairing the sponsorship committee this year. And it's tough. It's tough to go out and get sponsorship money. Our costs go up every year. I don't even want to tell you what our insurance went up to this year, but it went way up. It costs a lot of money, but we don't charge admission. So our sponsorships money is what drives everything. So we would appreciate all the sponsorship we can get, and we'll do our best to recognize all of our good sponsors. Okay. And we appreciate the city every year helping us sponsor and also providing us some extra help with street department, police, that kind of thing.
Glad to do it. It's an important part of the community. It's one of those keynote projects, keynote events of the year. So glad to be partners. What else do we need to know before we let you go?
Yeah, we're hoping to get last year's record attendance was 19,000. We want to break that this year. Okay. We would love to see 20,000 people surround our downtown square. That'd be great. Come on out.
That's right. Come on out the third weekend in September. We're going to take a quick 1-minute break, and then we're going to be joined by Commissioner Brian Winning. And right after the 1-minute break, we're going to have Commissioner Winning. He's going to talk about the building project, and then we'll wrap up from our first day here at the fair.
All right. We'll be right back.
Big news from the Napoleon State Bank. Your debit card just got an upgrade.
Wait, what? Yep, now you can add your Napoleon State Bank debit card to Apple Pay, Google Wallet, Samsung Pay, and Garmin Pay now.
Tap it, pay it, done. No more digging through your wallet. Just a simple, secure, and speedy way to pay. Upgrade your wallet today. Add your Napoleon State Bank debit card to Apple Pay, Google Wallet, Samsung Pay, and Garmin Pay now. The Napoleon State Bank. No wallet, no problem. Locally owned since 1903. Member FDIC.
Recycling takes less than a minute. The planet thanks you forever. Visit Decatur County Recycling for items that you can recycle here in Decatur County. Visit us at DecaturCountyRecycling.com. Visit us at DecaturCountyRecycling.com and follow us on Facebook. Contact the office at 812-663-0960.
Tree Country 1330 WTRE. Welcome back to the Live at 5, brought to you by the Power of the Past from the Vinyl Solutions stage. We have Decatur County Commissioner Brian Winning joining us. Brian, there's a lot going on at the fair tonight.
Absolutely. We're having a great time out here. The opening of the fair. We if you come out, you're going to notice the construction going on for the new community building. They've got the footers poured. Next week, the frame will start going up, so it's exciting times for the fairgrounds. So we encourage everybody to come out, enjoy the fair, make sure you're safe when you come through the drive over here. There's a lot of fencing. Hopefully we avoid the rain and a little bit of a mud show here, but we're excited for the fair this year.
Well, I know it's definitely well underway, which is exciting for the commissioners and the fairgrounds and fair committee. You're a part of that. All the commissioners are a part of that. Tell us a little bit about the process to get the fair up and running and what's been going on over the last year.
Well, the interesting part is I'm new to this. So as a new commissioner, I'm unfamiliar with the whole process of the fair. But what I do know is the fair committee has done a fantastic job, starting with Kevin Kreitz as the fair committee president and all the other people below him that have been working really hard to get the grandstands, the fairgrounds ready. And I just walk out here today and it's like everybody says, oh, the fair's on. They don't realize the month before all these people putting a lot of effort and time into getting this up. So as a commissioner, I haven't done anything, to be honest with you. I've been able to enjoy it, but I'm going to put my time in this week and work at the grandstands, work at some booths, But the fair committee needs to be applauded for this. Absolutely.
And now, Brian, you are going to be out some talking about the new construction, that building going up. We're going to have you back later in the week, in Fair Week, and talk more about that as you're going to be launching a campaign to raise some more funds.
Absolutely. We're fortunate enough to be part of the Ready 2.0 grant that we utilize the funds for this new building. So we're working on a fundraising committee to get our portion of that paid for. And we can talk about the style of the building, all of the features of the building, and those things when we come back. Sure.
All right. Well, Brian, thanks so much for being here, being a commissioner, putting in your time, and serving the community. We appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate you having me. Thanks, guys.
Yep, thanks. And we look forward to catching up with you later this week. Thanks to all the Fair Committee members who are helping put it together. We are kind of being pushed off the stage a little early tonight because we have royalty to be crowned.
We do. We've got royalty. We've got the certificate of distinction to happen, and I believe also the public speaking. So we are going to wrap up live at 5, just a little bit early tonight. Tomorrow we've got the Horse and Pony Show as well as the Dairy Show at 11 o'clock. Tomorrow night in the grandstand will be the TQ Midgets. It's Friday night of the fair, so you know it's going to be a good time.
That's right. And looks like good weather, as we've talked about, which is fantastic. We are proud to be from the Vinyl Solutions stage this year, once again, this year presented by the Greensburg Power of the Past and supported and sponsored by the Decatur County RMC, Schutte Excavating, Stones Farm Supply,
Cobia Solar, Obermeyer Agri Group, Napoleon State Bank, Decatur County Recycling,
the Dave O'Mara Contractors, Acre Automotive, and Power Stream Fiber.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. We'll catch you here tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. Join us tomorrow morning at 11 for the morning mix to get the day started.